So I know you guys have been asking me to bring you a video talking about abilities in College Football 25 Ultimate Team, and today, here it is. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Carter Smith for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also, guys, this morning, Underdog just dropped 4 Week 1 NFL discounts you guys can take advantage of right now. You have 1 week to choose which discount you want to use. Not only that, if you guys sign up right now using code ZERK, you'll get up to $250 in bonus funds, the code ZERK exclusive DAX special, a 0.5 new user special, and you get a LeBron and Jokic 0.5 specials, where you can choose one of those to use by July 28th. So only when you sign up using code ZERK, you'll get 3 0.5 specials and take advantage of those NFL discounts. You have a week to use one. All right, so as I said, guys, today we're going to be talking about abilities in College Football Ultimate Team. Now, I do want to just say this, okay? This video is not titled The Best Abilities to Use in College Football Ultimate Team. Why is that? Because I don't really know the best abilities just yet. I have not tried every single ability. I have not got enough time to try every single ability, but I want to highlight to you guys some abilities that I personally have used, that I have seen work, and that I know work, and that have actually played good. And it is important to also note, guys, that abilities this year are way different than in years past, okay? So the way abilities actually work this year is we have different tiers of abilities. Now, currently, every single card in College Football 25 Ultimate Team that does get abilities anyways, which is not every card, there's only bronze and a couple of silver abilities that are available. And I will let you guys know, I'm gonna be hopping into practice mode here to showcase some of these abilities that I'm gonna talk to you guys about, but I just wanna tell you about abilities that I personally have used and that I've seen work. And abilities this year, guys, the thing is, when you go into a game, you don't even see what abilities you have. You don't see what abilities your opponent has. They don't activate instantly. You're not gonna see a star underneath your player, and they don't work every single play. At least, most of them don't work every single play. I found a couple that seem to work almost every play. So when it comes to the abilities that I personally think you guys should be trying out and should be using, those are the abilities that work the most, because the abilities work the most, obviously you want to use, right? I'll tell you this right now, when it comes to the quarterbacks, right? I personally have only tried out a couple with Mariota. I also did use Pat White. I've only tried out a couple. We have a couple different ones though. We have like Option King, slight accuracy boost on quick pitches. You only have 8 AP on offense, 8 AP on defense. I don't really think that's worth using. We have Step Up, which is slightly improved accuracy when stepping up into the pocket, not under pressure. Haven't used that, to be honest with you guys. Mobile Deadeye when on the run outside the pocket. Slight accuracy boost to wide receivers up to 20 yards down the field. I've also not used that. The only abilities that I have personally used on QBs are Mobile Resistance right here, which is silver. Moderately increased ability to resist pressure on the run. Do I think this is worth using for 2 AP? No. In fact, I don't. I really don't think there's any ability that I have tried anyways just yet that is worth using on a quarterback. I know that some people have actually talked about this one, Sleight of Hand. Slightly increased ability to hold defenders using play action on first down or less than 3 to gain. So I know that some people have used this, and they said that if you run like flea flickers or play actions in general, sometimes your defenders, they just straight up like will kind of stay away from your receivers and you get a lot of separation. I've yet to try it out, but that may be one that I do. I've also used Magician, which is slight agility boost in standard pocket movement. I used it. I didn't notice a difference. I really didn't. I didn't notice basically any difference there. So I will say, I don't really think that any QB abilities right now are absolutely must-have, gotta try. Dot as well. I use this, standing in the pocket, slight accuracy boost. Didn't really see it light up that much. So yeah, not even worth the 1 AP in my opinion, but hey, if you want to use it, it's kind of like gift wrapped, but again, it doesn't work every play. Now, the one thing I do want to mention when it does come to quarterbacks though, guys, is composure, okay? And I will say this, if you guys go out there and you throw a pick, or especially a pick 6, and you come out on the next drive and your quarterback has like a snowflake next to their name, that's really bad. If your QB's composure gets really low, you're going to notice, okay? I promise you that. You're going to see inaccurate passes, you're going to see passes hit receivers in the hands and it just drops out of their hands. It's really bad. So you could potentially run something like Road Dog, which is slightly increased composure gains on the road, but if you're at home, it's not going to help you. Or you could just use Clear Headed, which is slight protection for composure loss, but again, that's 2 AP to use in very rare situations. Like every game, you're probably not going to be cold, right? So to me right now, I don't personally feel like there's anything worth using on QBs. You can rock out with Field General, you can identify blitzers post-snap, but again, it doesn't work every play. We want the abilities that are going to work on majority of plays. At least there's a couple that I've seen. Now, getting into abilities that I actually realize have worked, and I'll just tell you guys right now, by the way, I have not tried out offensive lineman abilities because I just don't really think they're worth using right now, to be honest with you. But when it comes to running backs and receivers, this is where, in my opinion, you want to spend your AP on offense. There are two specific abilities that I have found that work a lot. Number one is Shifty. Shifty right here, even at bronze, slightly increased ability to maintain speed during cuts and turns. Now, I will also let you know, I tried out sidestep, I tried out 360. If you have seen Judkins, okay, in the, like, just straight up head-to-head, if you go into, like, normal head-to-head and you use actually Judkins on Ohio State, holy crap, is he insane in there? And that's because he has this 360 ability, but, like, all the way up. It is just ridiculous. The amount of distance that you get, the amount of defenders that you really just fake out with it. I will tell you, 360, when we start to get cards, right, that get better and higher tiers, when we get to like gold tier with 360, this is going to be one of the best abilities. I mean, it's just insane. But for now, I really feel like with sidestep, you get improved ability to fake out defenders, but the juke move, it's not even really about faking out the defenders right now. It is so good just naturally juking. With the amount of distance that you get, I don't really feel like you need to use that. I have also seen people using this downhill ability, which is slightly more broken tackles after reaching max speed. I have seen that work, but out of all of the abilities potentially run on your running back, I feel like Shifty is the best. Now, like I said, right now, we want to be using abilities that are actually activating at a good pace, because especially when we have bronze and silver abilities, they're not going to activate every single play. Well, as you guys can see, take a look underneath Judkins. Did you just see that right there? So the way that I actually cut up the field, right, when I'm holding down the sprint and I just turn up the field right there, you'll see that it does activate. And when that activates, that is going to allow you to keep some of that speed, because if you didn't have that ability and you're trying to kind of go up the field, you get a little bit of a chop, right? And then you're not able to really maintain that full speed that you have. And I've seen so many people running this ability, and again, it's not going to activate every single time that you make a cut or anything, because it's just not like that. And when it does come to juking and everything, by the way, just a quick little tip for you guys, if you hold down the right trigger, that is actually how you get the good jukes in college football. I know that in Madden, it's actually the complete opposite, right? You want to let go of the trigger and then juke. That's not how it works this year. You actually want to hold down the trigger when you are going to do like a juke or a spin. That's going to give you better stuff right there. But yeah, I feel like Shifty is definitely something you might want to take a look at on your running backs, because it allows you, when you're running something like stretch or dive and you're going in between the tackles and you have to make quick little cuts, if you're not using Shifty, you're going to lose some of that speed right there. Whereas with this, it's going to allow you to actually keep that speed there, and that could be the difference between getting tackled, chased down, or being gone. So at least right now on running backs, guys, I will say Shifty's probably the best one to use. Again, downhill does work, but Shifty, it activates like almost every single play, right? Now, I will say there's one ability that currently isn't available on any running back, I don't think, that is available on wide receivers that, in my opinion, you should be running. And that is called Takeoff. Now, again, I know this is coming to running backs because it's actually, I believe, on Donovan Edwards in like the normal play now mode, whatever. So I know it's gonna be available on running backs eventually, but it is Takeoff. You get slightly quicker release off the line when not being pressed. Now, again, when it comes to receivers, they have stuff like Shifty that you could run. They have some juking stuff. I've also seen Cutter, which is slightly improved cut moves against man coverage. It's basically like Route Technician, but it doesn't activate enough for me. I've been using it. I use a little bit. It didn't activate that much. I also know some people have been running the, where is it? I think it's Jackpot. The improved ability to win jump balls basically helps you win aggressive catches more often. Personally, I haven't ran it yet, so if it works, but I haven't ran it. Takeoff, though, I will tell you guys, it definitely works, and it activates a ton. Now, this is an ability that I personally have been running out here in my offense, and I'll let you guys know, I've been running Luther Burden with Takeoff and Randy Moss with Takeoff. This is a clip that I actually took this morning because I knew I'd be doing this video. Perfect highlight here of Takeoff. Now, this works, and again, it activates pretty often. I've seen it anyways, not every single play, but it works on slants, drags, streaks, corner routes, which you guys are going to see right here with Randy Moss on this right side. There is Takeoff, and you can see just a little bit of boost that it allowed me to get on the cornerback there to get in for the TD. And again, it's not going to work every single time. These abilities that are bronze and silver, like they're not going to activate every single play, whereas Shifty, it kind of seems like it does. Takeoff, though, does work a lot, and if you're not being pressed, you're going to get that quicker release, you're going to get a to speed quicker, to beat him over the top for a streak, to hit him really quickly on a slant route. It has definitely worked for me. That's my current AP setup on offense. I'm running 2 takeoffs, Burden and Moss, and Shifty on Judkins. Now let's talk about defense. What abilities have I been using on defense, and what abilities do work? Well, let me just tell you guys, defense sucks, okay? Straight up. Defense sucks. If you thought you were going to click on this video and magically get a good defense, you're not, all right? Defense just sucks in this game. It doesn't matter what players you have out there, everybody's scoring, okay? I've had games where, yes, I've won 21-7. I got a couple stops. I got a couple picks, whatever. And I've had games where I won 42-35, and I can't stop my opponent to save my life. And I'm telling you, it does not matter if you have terrible players, if you have great players on your team. These guys don't cover. These guys don't tackle. The pass rush is sometimes good, sometimes bad, but I have found a couple abilities that I do see that do work. Starting off on corners, Ball Hawk is probably the one that I have seen actually activate the most when it comes to cornerbacks. I used Robber, which is slightly increased movement, improved movement in zone. I don't know if I ever saw it activate. I'm not really staring at my corners, mid-play, whatever. But for 3 AP, I don't think that's really worth it. Maybe, you know, if it becomes silver and then it works a little bit better, I see him moving around a little bit, we can rock that. But I have used Ball Hawk, and I have seen it activate. So for now, I'm running 1 out there, and sometimes it'll activate. I'll get a hit on him, cause an incompletion. Sometimes I've gotten picks, but yeah, again, defense in this game is just tough, man. Now, as for stopping the run, I actually feel like these abilities are solid. In my opinion, this is probably what you want to be running on your defense to try to help you stop the run. Outside Disruptor and Inside Disruptor, these do work. This is basically inside stuff and no outsiders, and these abilities do work. If you have single blockers on the outside, you're gonna see that you kind of will get off the block a little bit and help out there. With Inside Disruptor, I will say this, it doesn't seem, anyways, to me, as necessarily overpowered as inside stuff in Madden, where you just instantly throw the guy and then boom, you're there. The way that inside stuff kind of works and the way that I have seen it work is basically you'll just take one guy out and just push him back. But if they're running, let's say, inside zone, it may not necessarily be the greatest. All right, and so you guys can see this actually how it works, right? Number 94 right there in the middle of the defense. Jefferson is who I have Inside Disruptor on. I'm gonna run this inside zone here with Judkins. Now, the way this actually works, you guys just see right here, right? You'll notice how he kind of just pushes back that offensive lineman. It's not like he gets off the block quickly and then is able, you can see right there, he gets double teamed, which yes, you can kind of just negate this by double teaming him right there. And you'll see right there, okay, if you double team him, well, he's not going to really be able to do much. But the way that it kind of works is he doesn't necessarily throw the guy and then instantly be able to kind of come for the running back, but he essentially will take out one offensive lineman on the play and allow you to come in behind them with, let's say, a linebacker, or they have to double team him to stop him. And again, there's going to be a gap right there. So personally, I do feel like it's kind of worth using. You see right there again, boom. It kind of takes out that left guard and then makes the center move to try to pick him up as well. So do I feel like it's worth running that and Outside Disruptor? Personally, I think so. So Inside Disruptor and Outside Disruptor, personally, I am running those to try to help against the run. Again, they don't work every single play. Also, you can get double teamed and then they won't work there. Other abilities you could try, Wrap Up. I ran that on my middle linebacker for a little bit. I mean, it works when it pops up. And then in terms of anything else you could potentially run, I know some people have actually been running, I think it's Quick Jump is the name of the ability. I did try it out actually yesterday. I tried it out on Abdul Carter right here. Now, it is 3 AP to use this. You can see right here, Quick Jump, I have it on. Slightly quicker jump off the snap when pass rushing. For some people, it works well. I used it. I saw it activate. It didn't help me get off the block any quicker. So you were quicker to get blocked, which is fine, I guess, but yeah, you're just quicker off the jump, and then I basically got blocked still. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that. In terms of abilities run on defense, Outside Disruptor, Inside Disruptor, and maybe you go ahead and run like 2 Ball Hawks as well out there. So with that being said, guys, hopefully this video did help you guys out. Special teams abilities, I don't even know if there is special teams abilities in the game right now. I haven't seen the on my kicker, I'll tell you that in case you're curious about that. But those are the abilities that I'm currently running and that I've seen work. Defense, not much, to be honest with you. Really just not much there on defense, except for Ball Hawk and the Disruptors. I feel like those work. Quick Jump works for some people. They didn't really work for me. It helped me get off the line, but yeah, then I just got blocked. So, is what it is there. Offensively, takeoff, and also shifty. I feel like right now those are the best ones to use. So, with that being said, guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure to drop a like in the video. And, of course, hit that sub button down below. Check Underdog Fantasy. Use code ZIRK. Don't miss out on the discount specials and all the 0.5 specials as well, especially the code ZIRK only DAC special. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.